Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Unacademy. So today we will discuss about MP Follet, who belongs to the classical group of theorists. Okay. So before start discussing about MP Follet, so just look at these three group of theorists: classical, human relation, and behavioral group theorists. The classical theorists, Taylor, Fayol, Gulick, Orbick, Max Weber, and MP Follet come. We have already completed Taylor, Fayol, Gulick, Orbick, and today we are going to discuss about MP Follet. So Taylor, father of scientific management; Fayol, Gulick, Orbick, classical theorist; Max Weber, give an idea about bureaucracy, which we have discussed yesterday; and Hilton Meo, father of human relation theory; Bernard, Argyris, Likert, McGregor, they belongs to behavioral group of theorists. All belongs to behavioral. Simon, Maslow, Hosberg. Simon is known as father of decision-making theory. Maslow and Hosberg give their idea about motivation. Okay, so after that, you can see the chart again. Woodrow Wilson, father of public administration; Goodnow, father of American public administration; F.W. Taylor, father of scientific management; Fayol, classical; Gulick, classical; Orbick, classical; Weber, bureaucratic theory; MP Follet. C belongs to classical era, but idea resembles the theorist of human relation and behavioral era. Meo, father of human relation theories; McGregor, Likert, Argyris, Bernard, Simon, decision making; Maslow, Hosberg, motivational theory. So just look again this chart. Follet, C belongs to the classical group, but actually C is not in the same page with other classical theorists. Good afternoon, everyone. Got my point? Follet belongs to the classical group. For example, in your school, there are two groups: one good group, bad group of student; one good group of student. Suppose Follet, it belongs to the bad group of student, but see, he is not bad, he is good. Like that, MP Follet belongs to. This is MP Follet, public administration. MP Follet, classical theorist. We are discussing about public administration. So whenever you write Follet, just remember that Follet belongs to this group of theorists, classical group of theorists, but her idea resembles the human relation and behavioral group of theorists. So we can call Follet the bridge between classical, this is Follet, she is a bridge between one side classical, one side human relation and behavioral. She acts as a bridge between classical and human relation behavioral theorists. She is MP Follet. Okay. So this is Principle in Theory of Organization, Paper 1, Section A, Unit 2. Here we are discussing classical theorists. In classical theorists, we are discussing MP Follet. So understanding or writing MP Follet is very easy, because compare, this is classical principle of organization. If you remember the classical principle of organization, you can easily write about MP Follet, because MP Follet not support the classical organization. She give something different. So remember that thing. So these are the previous year question. Here MP Follet is asked indirectly. Authority is always commensurate with responsibility. That means authority must be co-equal with responsibility. And Follet give her idea about authority. We need to write that. Delegation and discuss its limitation. Here also Follet give his idea. Follet reject the concept of delegation or delegation of authority. She said authority should belong to the job and stay with the job. She reject the concept delegation of authority. So two questions come from this chapter. So MP Follet, it can be a 20-mark question individually or with other theorists. It may be a 60-marker question. It may be a 60-marker question when asked with some other theorist. So 3-part: introduction, body, conclusion. And conclusion again divided into 2 parts: criticism, contemporary approach, that is relevance in 2020. Excuse me. How Follet's idea is relevant in 2020, we are going to discuss that. Okay, in intro, write about MP Follet. Give a brief introduction of MP Follet, that she belongs to the classical group of theorists, where other theorists like Taylor, Fayol, Gullick, Urbich, Weber give their theorization. Follet belongs to the classical group of theorists, but she is not in the same page with other classical theorists. She rejects the classical group of theorists and give her own theorization related to organization. Okay, her idea resembles the idea of human relation theorist Mayo and behavioral theorist Bernard Argaris Likert McGregor. Okay, so we can call Follet a bridge between classical and human relation and behavioral theorist. Follet come out with some important publications. Those publications are very much relevant to the organization today. Okay, so easily you can write a intro 40 to 50 word. After that, body. In body, just 5-6 points. In 5-6 points, you can write the body. What are that point? The idea of authority. You write the classical idea of authority, reject it by Follet and give Follet's idea of authority. Authority, control, classical idea of control, classical idea of authority, classical idea of conflict. Okay, classical idea of authority, classical idea of control, classical idea of conflict. Leadership, order. So in this 5 point you can write the answer. How? Just telling you. What is classical idea of authority? Positional authority. Classical idea of authority is positional authority. Classical idea of control is man control. The classical theorists consider conflict as destructive. Leadership, positional leadership, order from top, man order. This is classical idea which you already knew by reading the classical group of theorists Taylor, Fayol, Gullick, Urbich, Max Weber. So what is Follet's idea? Just change it. Follet said not positional authority but functional authority. Not man control, fact control. Not destructive conflict, constructive conflict. Not positional leadership, situational, functional or situational leadership. Order from not man but order from situation. So easily you can write by just remembering intro, you can write on your own, body, this 5 point, and conclusion, criticism. That many theorists, situational theorists, criticize Follett's idea like functional authority, fact control, and constructive conflict, because they said in an organization where employees are less educated, we cannot manage with this functional authority, fact control, constructive conflict. After that contemporary approach, how this is relevant in an organization where employees are highly educated, for example, ITC or TCS, this software firm and other firm where employees are highly educated, highly skilled, this concept of functional authority, fact control, constructive conflict, functional leadership are successful. So you just give example of some example, TCS, Infosys, and when criticism, write construction sector, factory. Okay, so in this way you can write your answer. Look at this, some indirect question from Follet. They are, Follet was ahead of our time. So you need to write, Follet is not along with the page of classical theorists. Follet was not in the same page with other classical theorists. Same question in another way. Authority belongs to the job and stay with the job. So Follet said that she rejected the concept of delegation of authority. She said authority belongs to the job and stay with the job. So again, introduction, body, and conclusion. Introduction, what we have discussed, you write the same thing. Leadership, conflict, power, order, authority, control. 6 point. Follet established a close nexus between planning and coordination. So while writing answer of Niti Aayog, you can mention about Follet. That Follet said, without proper coordination, planning is not successful. And this is criticism and contemporary approach. Okay, so we discuss in detail MP Follet. Just give you some information that what is the benefit of Unacademy. It is giving you a GS mock series championship all Odisha level, where you attend and find out your competitiveness. This is a daily GS T20 test series. It is on daily basis. Daily current affair. So everything you get. There are 4 batch of Samiksha batch, prelim cum mains batch for 2021. No, not 4. There are 5 batch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 batch is. This is the 3rd, and this is the 4th batch, and 5th batch was recently launched. So repeatedly your preparation will be boosted up with this. And this is one fast track course for CPS, Command Police Service exam, and 2 ASO Secretariat fundamental batch course is also launched. 3, this is 2. There was a 3rd batch course, and this is again for a course for police exam. And this is a daily T20 GS test series every day 7:30 PM to 7:50 PM, and it is free. So you get everything in free from Unacademy. About me, I have experience both in UPSC CSC and OPSC CSC. I have more than 5-year experience. How you read public administration? Before start reading, remember the syllabus and understand interrelation. Read some unit of paper 1, paper 2 together. Analyze previous year question and make structural note. And this is the book I have written. This is the book I have written for OPSC mains. This book contains everything. Good afternoon. This book contains everything. The complete syllabus coverage, previous year OPSC question, model answer, second ARC report. So just go and have a look of this book. And if anyone, yes, about the course plan, I have taken public administration in Unacademy platform, where we have 90 class, 90 minute each session. So So it is a very descriptive course, 4 month long. Here, not a crash course, it's a very detailed course, more than the regular course of regular coaching you attend. So where we discuss both paper 1 and paper 2. We discuss all previous year mains question, that is more than 150 plus question. Our focus is on answer writing and how to add current information in our answer. Our focus is on dynamic study and dynamic note making. So if you want to know what is how you add current information in your answer, so just you can visit my Facebook page, Public Administration for UPSC and OPSC. There you can have a information that how you add current information in your answer. And if you want to take a plus subscription, just use this code IDeepak10, and with this subscription not only public administration but you can attend every course in Unacademy 14-hour daily, and follow Unacademy OPSC in Telegram page where you can get the information of free classes. And this is the fees you need to give for OPSC subscription: 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, very less. And if you use my code you can get a 10% discount. So in this price you will not get any online course. Okay, so that much. Now again discuss Follet. Try to remember Follet in this class. MP Follet belongs to the classical era where Taylor, Fayol, Golly, Korpik and Weber give their theorizations. Follet is not in the same page with other classical theorists. She is ahead of her time. She is neither a classical nor a neoclassical theorist. Her idea resembles with the idea of human relation theorist. She focused on participatory democracy. Individual associated with organization because individual came to organization to fulfill his goal. The organization should match the individual urge or need. Follet rejects the classical view of organization, which is mechanistic in nature. She rejects mechanical aspect and promotes not mechanical and organic aspect of organization. Follet provides certain aspect of organization. What are they? This is the intro. This is the content. Leadership. Leadership is a phenomenon where one can lead and foresee the consequence of his action. So after you become civil servant, you are leader. So leadership of position. This is the classical approach, so Follet reject it. So leadership of position means you sitting in a position, you are the leader. You become a IAS, OS, you sit in the position of DM, BDO, Tahsildar, you are a leader. That is positional leader. Okay. So by sitting in this position, someone become leader, it is positional leader. Leadership of personality, that means you have that personality, aura. If you have personality, you are the leader. Follet reject it also. Leadership of function. She said leader can be chosen by his function of organization. Individual capacity is important, not his position or personality. Individual with maximum speed should lead the organization. Skill should lead the organization. Subordinate also lead if he has more skill to solve the problem than his superior. I'm just giving you an example. You become a BDO. You are very new. You become a BDO, and there is a situation somewhere, and your clerk, your head clerk, who has more than 30 years of experience working in that block, if he can solve the problem in a better way than you, you should let him. You should let him lead. It is not like you should not have any ego issue that I am the BDO, he is the head clerk. No. If he has more skill to solve a particular problem, he has more experience, he should lead. That is leadership of function. Message in organization should move in a circular motion. In this, both top down, down top. So this is circular. Conflict. Classical theorists believe that conflict is dangerous and must be avoided in organization. Follet said conflict itself is not bad, but the way we handle the conflict make it dangerous or good? When two people have different opinion regarding a particular thing, then the conflict emerge. When two people have different opinion in a particular thing, conflict emerge. Conflict may be constructive or destructive. It is the duty of manager to make a conflict constructive rather than destructive. So it is the role of manager. If you are posted as a video and two employees of your office fight in some issue, so it is your duty to solve this conflict. So there are three ways to solve a conflict. Compromise. You want the two people to compromise. Dominion. You dominate over them. And integrate. That means you take the good idea of both the people and integrate it to make a third idea. The third is order. That is, order from superior is known as positional order. Order means I give you an order, your superior give you an order. So it is positional order. When your senior give you an order, that is positional. Follet support depersonalization of order. That she called order should not come from a particular position but from a situation. That is situational order. And if you are new to the class, I have already given 16 special class in Unacademy. All are free. You just download the Unacademy Learner app. Follow me there, Deepak Kumar Swain. Follow me there and attend all these special classes. It will be beneficial for you. Authority. The classical approach of positional or individual authority is rejected by Follet. Follet said that no, functional authority. Authority should be from function. For example, you are a SP sitting here and there is this is a village, communal riot about to take place and a sub-inspector is handling the situation. So you are not at the ground situation, you are in the office and the sub-inspector is handling the ground situation. So the sub-inspector is in a better position to exercise his authority. So this is known as functional authority. Got my point? This is functional authority. So let the sub-inspector take the call whether he go for a rubber bullet, tear gas or anything. That is functional authority. And same situation, order from the situation. That situation should propel you to give a order, not your position as a SP, but the demand of the situation. Depending upon the demand of the situation, you should give a particular order. Control. Superior makes subordinate to obey his command through reward and punishment. You are a superior, you are a senior officer. If your subordinate not obey you, what do? You punish them. If you obey, you reward them. So this is the 5 aspect. Classical idea of man control is rejected by Follet. Follet said that man control, that means SP controlling the OIC, OIC controlling the SI, sub-inspector or other inspector. This is man control. But Follet said that no, the SI should be controlled by situation, OIC controlled by situation. The existing law and order situation in the particular place, be it in the district, be it in the circle, be it in the small place, it should leads to the control behavior of these people. See, focus on fact control. So these people are controlled by the fact. That means the situation, the existing situation. Employee should be responsible to his work rather than his superior. Got my point? So as an employee, the SI, the OIC, the DSP, they should not be responsible to SP, but responsible to their work. If you have studied the organization as a whole, she provided the term principle of interpretation. That means group interaction. In an organization, there must be group interaction. Everyone interact with each other. Exchange of idea. The DSP, OIC, SI, everyone should exchange their idea that how can they tackle the law and order situation in this district in a better way. Individual idea value are the result of interaction between society and environment. Suppose you people as a student, your idea, how you develop an idea that civil service is good, I should go for civil service, with this I can have the authority to serve the people. You get this idea after your interaction with the society and with the environment. This is known as interpretation and enrichment. After the interpretation is doctrine of whole. This is known as doctrine of whole. Collectivity lead to formation of individual identity and expression. Individual creating a group on the basis of contract is known as doctrine of contract. Okay, this is doctrine of contract, means your relation with the environment. And criticism, you need to criticize 40 to 50 word. Save. You need to write 40 to 50 word criticism, and in criticism you criticize that leadership of function is not always possible where in organization employee less educated, where employee are less educated. For example, in construction sector, factory, where employee are less educated, you cannot have this leadership of function. You cannot always have constructive or conflict and integration. Fact control is not always possible. For example, you are appointed as a DSP. I'm just giving you an example. You are a new DSP. You are appointed and you found that every major of the staff of your circle, that is the inspector, sub-inspector, are either lazy or corrupt. So if you follow the principle of fact control, that these people should be controlled by the fact, it is not possible. If your staff, if your employee are very much energetic, are honest, then fact control is possible. Depersonalization of order is not possible in many organizations. So this is a criticism. So contemporary approach means in 2020, how Follet's idea is relevant. In IT industry, Google, Infosys, TCS, where employees are highly educated, so they control themselves. The concept of fact control, depersonalization order is possible. Follet established a close relationship between planning and coordination. So you can use this in writing Niti Aayog paper to answer. Follet rejects David Ricardo's rebel hypothesis, which assumes mankind as a horde of unorganized animal. There is a theorist named David Ricardo. He gave a concept, rebel hypothesis, where he said that human being is a horde of unorganized animal. So that was being reacted by Follet. So you end your answer with contemporary approach and give example. These are construction sector, factory, Google, Infosys, TCS. This example you can give. Okay, so this is for today. Tomorrow we will meet same time 1 p.m. and we will discuss about Hilton Mayo, who is known as father of human relation theory.